Howdy friends, it's been a while. Today I'm going to test out my new solo stove. This is actually a clone of the solo stove for about half the price. And my father gave it to me for Christmas. It's been raining non-stop since Christmas, so here's the inside. I've used it a couple of times, but I want to try it out underneath a tarp. I want to see if it'll heat up the interior of the tarp. So I have this set up, a modified plow point. I just kind of jerry-rigged it up at the last minute. I'm not going to spend the night out here or anything, but I just wanted to test this out and see how it works. Before we get started, I wanted to show you this amazing view that I have. I set this tarp up at the head of Menasca Bay on Kodiak Island. It's really pretty here. I think that's high enough. I want to make sure I don't burn my tarp down. A variety of different woods in here. Let's see. Ideally, you want to keep the wood below the top of this, but I think just to get it started, I'm just going to throw in a bunch of wood. Let's see what happens here. That's probably too big. Throw in some small pieces here. Well, it's definitely smoky. Starting out. Maybe I'll just move it a little bit out of the way. Let's see that or not. Try that. I suppose I should take off my rain pants, but everything's wet around here. Walking through the grass is pretty wet. This is the 5.5-inch model, which was their smallest one. I think it's like $29 or something, not very expensive. The way these solo stoves work is the air comes in through these holes on the bottom and it goes up a hollow chamber. It's like a double wall, and then there's a ring of holes on the top and the air goes in to that. Also, the bottom has a grate which has holes in it for air, so you get air from the bottom and air from the top inside a ring. And the purpose of the air on the top is to do a reburn, and that makes it helps make it smokeless. And of course, when you're starting these up, they're not smokeless. And whenever you have wood above the top, it's not going to be smokeless either. So maybe I kind of overdid it. That's shooting out a bigger flame than I was expecting. But I figure it'll burn down eventually. It's already putting out some nice heat and smoke, as you can see. And see here, the temperature outside right now is 38 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 7 degrees Celsius, I think. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe 4 degrees Celsius, if I'm reading this correctly. You can do the math yourself. Well, I'm completely under this tarp and I can feel the heat from here. But you could do the same thing with a campfire. The nice thing about this is with gloves, thick gloves like this, you can move the stove around. That's really nice. This is a very peaceful location because I can hear the crashing of the waves and the sea and the animals. But I like how compact it is. You can put it in any backpack. And my thought is if I did a alpine hunt, you know, if like flew into a lake or something like that and there's really no firewood available at the alpine, I could just bring a very small, you know, amount of wood or fire log or whatever and have a way to be able to dry out my clothes in the evening. That was my motivation for buying this particular, or for getting this. I asked my father to get this for me. Next time I will cut these pieces of wood in half. I think it would become smokeless quicker if I did that. Oh, I just broke my tripod. Shoot. Okay, well I'm filming this without a tripod now, so I'm just gonna make it work. I think I can bring this in closer now. This way, the smoke can go right in my face. I like that you can move it around. These are just pieces of pallet wood. I burn pallets in my house. Recycle the pallet wood because they're just going to take them to the dump anyways. So it's pretty nice. I would say if you're going to be serious about trying to heat anything, that you're going to need a bigger version of this. Maybe the next size up. It's putting out some heat, but I don't really see it being able to dry clothes right now. I suppose if you put it completely under here, maybe if I can get the flame down, I might try it under here. I don't want to risk anything. Because temperature here is pretty much the same. Well, it's like 39 degrees. I won't be able to sit here though. I like that there's no sparks here. This is definitely risky. See what kind of heat I'm getting out of this. If you had a clothesline strung up in here, I think you could say we're only up to 55 degrees right now. This is not bad. I feel safe. I don't feel like this is melting or that any sparks are gonna get through there. It might make it smell a little bit smoky, I think. That's possible. You can see me a little better. But yeah, this is not bad. Especially if it was dark out. I think this could be like a little morale thing. You could be under here, have a conversation, maybe roast some marshmallows. Possibly like a hot dog or a brat. If you set up a tripod and you got it going, you could probably cook or boil water with it. I have no doubt. It wouldn't be my first choice, but it would work. It's not bad. See, the fuel goes pretty quick. I gotta be careful when I'm filming. I don't back up right over the top of this cliff. That is a ways down. Probably 150 feet. It's turning into a nice day, actually. I think I might go explore this area. Put this little piece of wood in here. Hopefully I don't regret that. You can see the holes there on the inside of the top. Okay, so now it's going to smoke a little bit. I'm going to remove it. That was probably a bad idea. So yeah, when you're adding wood, then it starts smoking again. So it's best to remove it from under the shelter. Let it burn until it starts becoming efficient, and then you can move it back under. Let's check out this area that's nearby. Pretty steep hill here. Hopefully I don't slip. Hey, look at this little peninsula here. It's beautiful. Stunning view of Menashka Bay. I love it. This would be a nice place to spend the night. Share it with Mr. Squirrel there. Look at that beach. I have been down this cliff before and it is not easy. I am not going to do it today. Very, very steep. But it's a pretty cool beach to access. You can get down there with effort. This is some nice heat right here. If I was holding my clothes right here, let's just give it a few seconds here to get the thermometer going. See what temperature that would. I think you could dry out your socks or whatever. Dry out a shirt. You strung up a line in here. See, that's already going up to 70 degrees. Nice dry heat at 70 degrees, especially with a little bit of a breeze going. You could dry out some clothes fairly quick. See, I'm almost up to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 degrees Celsius, if I'm reading that correctly. Something like that. That's no smoke. So I guess what you'd have to do is play a little game of cat and mouse where you take the stove, set it over here, put some fuel in it, get it going till smokeless, and then put it back under. And then you probably got like 15-20 minutes of heat going here to dry your clothes. And I think if you just repeated that process a few times, you could dry out your clothes even if it was raining out. So that could make a big difference. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for tuning in. Sorry I haven't made any videos in a while, but I'll see if I can do a little better job. Take care.